Hello everyone, I hope you are having a beautiful day. It is a late July afternoon and I have to say, it is the ideal summer day. It is the exact kind of day that you dream about in the winter when you think about summer coming and all the fun things you're going to do and how beautiful it's going to be. Today would be that day. And I have to say though, even under ideal conditions, I notice that sometimes it's hard to fully appreciate what we have in the moment because sometimes the cares of life can weigh us down and they can get to us, and I think that's even made worse during an election year because there is such a state of things in the world that I think people on both sides right now are struggling deeply with just a sense of confusion, and there's just a lot of unprecedented things taking place. And so, sometimes it's difficult to just take a moment and breathe and enjoy what you've got today. And, it got me thinking about something that happened a few days ago. A few days ago, I was having a little bit of an emotional episode. I was kind of crying and my brother happened to call at that exact time. Now, my younger brother and I are very close, but he is not the most sensitive person in the world. And he is not the person I would normally think to speak to when I am having like an emotional episode, okay? But I decided to answer the phone because I'm not afraid to be vulnerable with my brother, but I didn't know if it was going to be a good idea or a bad idea. But you know what? It was interesting to me how after talking to him for a little bit, how much better I felt. And I really believed that God had sent him to call me to kind of, just shake me out of the state that I was in, and how often God does send my brother to call me in these moments where he has no idea what he's walking into, but he always has a way of getting me to think more practically or distracting me, and most especially he gets me to laugh because he's a very funny guy. But there's just something that he has, like a certain effect on me that's different than other people, and so while he may not be the person I would necessarily think to call in a moment like that, I have other friends who would be much more sensitive to my feelings and would definitely be there for me in a way that I would think would be more helpful at the time. It's incredible how often he is the one that kind of really gets me to calm down, to see things a little differently. And I'm thankful that God sends him from time to time. And I think about it, how God sends people to you and he knows what you need more than even you know what you need sometimes. And sometimes we get to be that person. And I would encourage you that if there is ever somebody who's on your heart, to reach out to that person, to maybe make plans to like grab coffee or meet up and have a conversation or something. And you may find that God sent you to that person. Maybe they needed a friend, maybe they needed somebody and you're the one that God sent. And I think it's really cool how he uses us to bless each other in that way. And, the thing I find also really interesting is that often the person that we are sent to is not the person that God uses to speak to us or to bless us. And I think we just need to really be open to who God wants to use and not make too many demands on people in our life that they have to be the one, because some people are just not in the state of being to do that or be there for us in that particular way. I mean, of course, if you're very close friends, there may be some level of expectation that you're going to be there for each other. But in a day-to-day basis, sometimes it is somebody else that God chooses to use. But I want to just go back to this idea of, just appreciating the day, And so I really just wondered, for other people who've maybe been feeling a little bit discouraged right now, I just wanted to be an encouragement to you today by sharing something that I find helped me today to see the world more clearly and to just appreciate the moment that I'm in. And it is a poem that it's actually one I love. I've posted it before, and it's called A July Day, and it is by Eben Eugene Rexford, and it was written in the late 1800s. And, I just found this poem to be so well written, and it was the perfect depiction of a July day. And so let me read this to you. In idle mood this happy day, I let the moments drift away. I lie among the tangled grass and watch the crinkling billows pass. or seas of clover like a tide that sets across the meadow wide. The crimson-crested ripples run from isles of shade to shores of sun, and one white lily seems to be a sail upon this summer sea. Blown northward bring me today a fragrant freight from far Cathay. Low as the wind that waves the rose in gardens where the poppy grows, and sweet as bells heard far away, a robin sings his song today. Sings softly by his hidden nest, a little roundelay of rest, and as the wind his dwelling swings, he dreams his dreams of unfledged wings, while blending with his song I hear a brook's low babble somewhere near. A glory wraps the hills and seems to weave an atmosphere of dreams about the mountain's kingly crest, as sinks the sun adown the west. Earth seems to sit with folded hands in peace he only understands, who has no care, no vain regret, no sorrow he would fain forget. And like a child upon her breast, I lie this happy day and rest. The green things growing whisper me of many an earth-old mystery, of blossoms hiding in the mold, and what the acorn cups enfold, of life unseen by eyes too dim to look through nature up to him who writes the poem of the year for human heart and eye and ear. O summer day surpassing fair, with hints of heaven and earth and air, not long I keep you in my hold. The book is closed, the tale is told. The valley fills with amber mist. The sky is gold and amethyst. Soft, soft and low and silver clear, the robin's vesper hymn I hear, and see the stars lit one by one. The happy summer day is done. And while that poem is an incredible depiction of the perfect July afternoon and day and evening, you know, it also is a reminder that this day is fleeting, that it is going to be gone if we don't take time to enjoy it, if we don't take time to appreciate the beauty before us, that we are going to lose this day. And so even with everything going on in the world, and yes, it is important to acknowledge those things and to even contemplate them and to discuss them and to think on them, it should not need to consume our every thought, our every emotion, that we need to see the beauty too. We need to balance that. And that's something that I really seek to do, because I can so easily be carried away by sad things, by, you know, the state of the world. But I know that every single day is a gift, and all we have is today, because there are no guarantees for tomorrow. So if the sun is shining in your backyard today, I just implore you to take a moment and go back there and enjoy it, or to go take a walk somewhere, or stop at a park, or just, you know, stop and smell the roses, because, you know, we don't know what's going to be tomorrow. But we do have so much to appreciate and be thankful for today. And that is what I'm thankful for. As I often say, my favorite verse, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. And I hope you will too. I hope you have a blessed, beautiful July day.